Hello everyone, welcome to GNU according to CD, that is Government of National Unity. So guys, you see what I was talking about in my previous video.
But everybody will be happy because in South Africa, there they have good government. I mean, that's why I say I'm the right person for you people to interview. You people interview an intelligent, somebody who have gone a little, who have gone far. Far is far. South Africa is about 6 hours to here to Johannesburg. You have to take another plane to Cape Town, and that's where I work. South African government, they taking care of their environment and their people. Ho-ha. That's why you see they are very lazy people there, because white people does everything. The government almost do everything for them. So they are living a better life more than even foreigner. That's why they are even chasing people to go back to their country. They are racist in that country. They chase people to go back to their country, the bad one of them, because they know that they are surviving in their country. And why, upon how they chase, God still said God is only him that owns the world, not human being. So there are still Nigerians who are surviving in South Africa, of which if I go back to South Africa, as long as I'm not going with bad intention, I will go there to succeed, and no human being will stop my progress. So, and I don't think I'm going back, but if in future God finance me to go back to South, I will go back to South Africa, because I really lost many things because of that race and that xenophobic whatsoever and killings and all that. I have to come for my life. Thank God that I came successfully. Even the plane couldn't carry me. I have to go back to Cape Town and stay extra 3 years before I now, by God's grace, make my paper, everything to come back to Nigeria. I didn't regret even either going there nor to come to Nigeria. But what I'm praying for, another opportunity for God to move out again, even if not in South Africa, to other part of the world that will better my life, like Europe, Canada. If it happens that I'll come back to South Africa, then I know that it won't be like before. The second step will be better.
I've been looking for this video for a while now. I knew that I had copied it or downloaded it from somewhere. I can't remember where exactly I had downloaded it from, so that I bring it to your attention. Now, this gentleman right here, he is one of those people that left South Africa because they felt a little bit threatened, because South Africans were rising against the plight that South Africans were experiencing because of the green, white, and green people who were basically selling white powder to our children. So he fled back to his home country of green, white, and green. Now, listen to him when he is being asked about where he would like to. I don't know what the question was, but his response is he wants to come back to South Africa, because in South Africa, he lived a good life, and basically he does praises the South African government. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that the green, white, and green people, they are so disrespectful of the citizens of South Africa, not only of the citizens of South Africa, but the citizens of the countries that they end up at. And I said, in order for you not to be seen, shut up, say nothing. Just abide by the law and do your thing. But because they are yappy, listen to how this guy, he wants to come back to South Africa. He even says by God's grace, he will end up back in South Africa. And then he goes on to say, South Africans are lazy. He says, we are lazy. How then are you going to leave your country for the second time, come to a country like South Africa that is developed by the people of South Africa, and then you still turn around and insult us, calling us lazy? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. How are we then as South Africa supposed to welcome him? How are we supposed to like him when he's insulted us? And look at him, and tell me, what skill is he bringing to South Africa when he can barely express himself? What job is he going to do when he gets here? What job was he doing when he was here to begin with? He ran away because he knew that what South Africans were uprising about, he was doing it. That is why he ran away. Now, because the money probably has run out since he's gone back to the green, white, and green, we know that they're struggling with poverty. We know that rice is expensive. We know that bread is expensive, and the government, to shut them up, gives them a small bag of rice that is less than 12.5 kilograms, and then gives them a loaf of bread that finishes within minutes. And now he wants to come back to South Africa, to the country of the lazy people. How does he know that when he lands in South Africa, it's not going to be in tatters because the people of South Africa are lazy? How does he know that? How does he know that? So this is exactly what I'm talking about, that these guys have no respect for the people of the countries that they run away to. Stop running away. You have an opportunity to fix your country right there. You are standing in a dirt road, and if you look in the background, there are big houses. Those people living in those big houses, why aren't they saying anything about the dusty road outside? Why he himself? He is not saying anything about how he is going to do his level best to do whatever he can to fix the country, bring people together of his home country, and then fix it. But no, he wants to come to South Africa. Not only wants to come to South Africa, but he wants to come to a country where he disrespects its people. And I am saying, if you are working at the airport, you are working at ports of entry, take note of that face. Reject it right there when it's trying to come into South Africa, because he has no respect. You all need to show patriotism, that we are not going to allow people who are showing their hands already while they are still in their country, because it goes to show once they are in here, they're not going to see us. They are not going to afford us the respect that we deserve. And yet we'll be hosting this very disrespectful person in our country, if indeed he does escape green, white, and green country. This is what I'm talking about. And that is why people don't like you guys. You yap a lot, you disrespect people, you call them lazy, and still you fail to see the man in the mirror, the coward that is looking at itself in the mirror. That's the coward you're looking at, not somebody to check if you are well put together. You are looking at a coward running away from. When you run away, it gets worse back home. There are over 260 million of you. You cannot tell me the whole 260 million of you are just going to be scattered all around the world. Who's going to fix your country? Think about it. Just stop and think about it. If we all had to pack our bags as South Africans and run away, how is that going to help South Africa? How is that going to fix things in South Africa? That is why South Africans, we have this mentality, and I will like our fellow Africans to learn it as well. You can kill some of us, but you can't kill us all. Yes, when you are fixing a country, your government is going to send out every resource that it has to curb whatever swell that you guys will try. But you still have to push ahead. Sacrifice. The ultimate sacrifice is when you are facing the barrel of the gun and say, pull that trigger, because my blood is going to cultivate the progress and the success of this country. You may even be a Nelson Mandela in your own country. Stop quoting our Nelson Mandela. That is our hero. He's not your hero. He is ours. We quote him when we need to quote him. Now you go be him in your own country when you are going to fight for its existence. Running away is not going to solve it. I'm telling you that. It's not going to help you. You will keep being a nuisance. You're going to keep being a parasite, and the world will continue to reject you every time you try to enter. Your passport already is the weakest on the African continent. Weakest. And that is why some of you go and steal people's identity so that you are able to run away to other countries, and you call it greener pastures, when you know very well when you get there you are going to break the laws of that country, disrespect their people, and then you commit heinous crimes against those people using, by the way, our passport. You want to also destroy our passport. You want it to be as useless of a piece of paper like your passport. But you want to come here, the land where there are white people. Yeah, the ones that you suck up to when you get here. It's very ironic, I must say. And the most irony of it all, when you run to Europe, pretend as if, and then as South Africans, you want to tell us, oh yeah, y'all must deal with the big issue that you're afraid of is the white people. We're not afraid of nobody. And you will learn that this is the decision that we've taken as a nation. And we are not called a rainbow nation for nothing. Your ignorance of this is going to keep giving you chest pains. You will keep saying things that only exist in your minds. As South Africans, in our diversity, white, black, Indians, colored, you name it, white people, we are going to continue with the way we have decided. Yes, you are right. There are those that try us. I'm talking white people, the racist ones, the ones that don't want to work with us, but they are getting what they deserve as well. They are thrown in prison, they are prosecuted, and they will be convicted. We're not sitting on our laurels as you think you want to sell to the world that black South Africans are afraid of white people. We are not afraid of nobody. They're also not afraid of nobody. We are a rainbow nation. Get it straight through your thick skull. Get it through your thick skull. That's how it works here in South Africa. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to understand it or you don't want to understand it, that's your own baby. That's not ours. I hope you understand that. But this man, he's not welcome. Whether he's here with visas and is legally coming in here, what skills is he coming with that is going to contribute into our economy? No, reject him, right? Outright reject him. He's not welcome to South Africa.